Okay, in this video, we're going to go through how to set up sales tax tracking in QuickBooks. So first of all, the question that we get all the time is, how do I know if I have it turned on already? So if you go in and create an invoice, okay, and down below here, you don't have a box in the lower right here to track sales tax, or a sales tax box down here, then you don't have sales tax tracking turned on. All right, so what we're going to do is we go up to Edit and Preferences. Of course, you have to have access to edit these preferences. We're going to click on the sales tax on the left side here, and then the company preferences. And then we're going to say, yes, I do charge sales tax. All right. Now, the first time you enable sales tax in any company file, it's going to make you set up your most common sales tax item. So when you do that, okay, you don't have to have a whole bunch of information at this stage. Just set something up generic, and then we can, in our next video where we look at how to set up sales tax items in groups, we can set up the specifics. So you just want to put something in there. I'm going to put in Austin 2 since I already had Austin. Give it a description of sales tax. Give it a rate, 2.5%. That's really low. Obviously, I need to go back and look at it again. And then give it a vendor. Okay, so who do I pay this to? The Texas Comptroller. Okay. Now, when we set up sales tax, you have to have your most common sales tax item there. Then we have to have sales tax codes. So the default codes, taxable, non-taxable. Okay. Do you want, when you're printing out an invoice as an example, do you want a little T on that line to show that it's a taxable item? So you can check that or uncheck that there. Then how do we calculate our sales tax? So when do you owe it? Is it on an accrual basis? Meaning that when we create the invoice, even if the customer has not paid us yet, do we owe that sales tax? Or is it on a cash basis? Meaning that when the customer pays us, then we owe that sales tax. Okay. And then how often do you pay sales tax? Monthly, quarterly, annually. So you can have that set up in there as well. All right. Now, the sales tax codes, those aren't the only codes that you would be using. We can have some different codes, but those are the most common, of course. And the other thing that I get a lot of times, because when you deal with sales tax inside of QuickBooks, there's a lot of maintenance, right? You're responsible for quite a bit. If, the library in the small county in Travis County, Texas, decides that they're going to change their sales tax rate from 0.25 to 0.28, in this quarter. Usually they only update them once a quarter, but still, you're responsible for making sure that you're keeping track of all those updates quarterly. Now, in California, they'll send out a notice about all the jurisdictions that have changed their sales tax rates this quarter. So you might want to check with your state to see if that's something that they do, right? So you can get those updates. But again, it's a very manual process, and it's a lot for you to keep up. So I do want to mention just here too that there is an alternative if you don't want to manage your sales tax. So similar to payroll, right? Everybody outsources their payroll. So many people do. I don't know why more people don't outsource their sales tax. So there is a add-on called Avalara or Avatax that will do and handle your sales tax filings for you. And they pull, right, based on the address, the exact location where the products are going, and they pull all that information and they do all the filings for you. And it's very accurate. You don't have to have any upkeep on, sales tax rates that have changed, etc. So it's definitely something that if you're looking for information on that, give us a call. We can help you decide if this is a good way to go. Especially if you're dealing in multiple states where you have nexus in multiple states, or you have any concern about liability for sales tax as an example, this is definitely a way, right? Sales tax has been a big talking point because we have the internet now, and where sales tax is going to go. Some states are losing out on money because of the internet sales. So you want to make sure that you're covered, and a product like Avalara can definitely help you out. Okay, so that is how to turn on sales tax.